Hey there, I'm Arthur with Innovative Journaling, and today I'm going to do this video and show you how we put the knot and we lace up this Rustic Wrap journal. Now the Rustic Wrap journal, they're all one of a kind because we take the very edge of the leather hide that we cut these on, and that's how we make the cover. And then we tie it, we make some lace and tie it up. So I've got here about 12 feet of leather lace that I made with this $10 lace making tool. Really simple. I'm not going to show you how we make lace. That's another video, but I just wanted to show you the tool right here. Besides that, what we use are, I use little tweezers here, and you'll see why. Just a knife or a scissors. You can also use a knife. And a punch. This is a rotary punch. It has a lot of different options on it. I use it a lot, but and those are the tools. So let's get started on doing this, and I'll show you how. So come on over. Okay, the first thing we want to do is figure out where do we want this to go on here. So I'm thinking, I like to put it just a hair below the center. And then, so I'm going to punch 3 holes here, and you can just do them freehand. And this punch is set to, I don't know, if you have a rotary punch by Osborne, this is set to the number 3 hole. It's not too big and not too small. It's kind of the middle one. And so right here, I'm going to punch about a ½ inch up from the edge, a hole. And then, let's get that hole a little better. And then another one, ½ inch away from that. And a third, ½ inch yet from there. So what I've got here are 3 holes, and you notice how this gets thicker. I push it all the way down to widen the hole for insertion of this lace into the cover, and then those holes are going to close down. They'll shrink back down. So here we have 3 holes right there, and now let's do our lace. So with the lace, what you want to do is you can use a knife to cut a slit. I just fold it in half like this. And I'll make a little slit about, it'll be about a ½ inch when it's done. Quarter to a ½ inch, right like that. See that? It's right in there. And then I'm going to trim this down to right like that. So here's what we got. We got a little hole there. I'll do it again, okay? So let's just get that nice perfectly in half, and then center that up front and back. That's good. And put your little slit in right there. Bam. And there you have it. Okay. And then we'll cut this back just to like about a quarter to a ½ inch from the edge, and I round it a little bit, but you don't have to. And then go to the other end, and we're going to lace this up. So what we want is we want this on the inside there. So the first way we go is we come up from the bottom like this. Just pull it all the way through. Oh, by the way, you notice how this is really tapered and thin? That's so it goes through the holes more easily. So we'll pull all this lace through, and like I said, this is about 12 feet of lace. It's a little bit more than we need, but we'll cut it off to the exact length at the end once we tie the knot. So here we are with that, and then just thread it through the bottom from top to bottom there like that again. So what you're going to end up with is this kind of a thing here. So that's how it is. And then dress it up on top, and you can pull it right, see where the hole is there? Pull that right to the edge of this hole. Here, let me pull it out. See where that hole ends? You want to pull it in right to about there on it, and then lace through. Yeah, it takes some time working with this. Just go pull it through here, and this is where the tweezers come in if I need them. I didn't need them, so that's where they work. Sometimes it's hard to get through there, and then just pull this lace through like that, and then now I'm going to get that right on there, and this is going to come through, and it's going to come over like this. You see that? That's how it should look. Everything's dressed on the top real nicely. And then we're just going to put it back through that first hole. Like this, right here. There we go. And you want this to be twisted so it's the front end here. And it'll have a twist in it right there, but we're going to pound that out. So you see how that looks right like that? All right, let me go get my hammer because I didn't bring one. And we're going to pound it out. One sec. Okay, I'm back. So basically, just hit it. See what that does? Just makes it flat. You can also do it from the other side. By the way, this book is one we made for Crystal in Sweden. So this is going to get shipped immediately afterward. And we might do another video about how we make that fabric pouch for this book too. But there you are. Now we're going to tie the knot on. So we go around 5 times. And something about this book is it's not easy. It takes a while to get into and to get out of. And there's a reason for that. The reason is that in Japanese tea ceremony, when you go to an actual tea house, you walk on these rocks, and they're placed in such a way that you have to think about where you're walking or you're going to trip. And the purpose of that is that it moves you from the space where you are into the space where you're going. And so this practice here is to do exactly that. Move you from the world that you're in into your journaling space. So the process of untying the knot does just that. You start focusing on the knot in your journal, and you start forgetting about the world. And then when you tie it back up again, it's the same thing. You focus on moving from your writing back into the world. So we're going to go around 5 times, and I'll tell you why 5. So we wrap it like this first, just neatly, with precision. And then here is what we have. Now take note of where this is also and where that attaches. So we've gone around 5 times. There's a reason for 5. 5 in biblical numerology is like about 5 fingers, 5 toes, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. 5. And so it's actually in biblical numerology the number of God's grace, right? Okay, so once you get this around 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then take it over the top and flip it under. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave. We're going to go back here, and we're going to start wrapping it from this side to this side. And we're going to do 5 times there also. In Chinese numerology, 55 is considered a very spiritual number. And double numbers are also considered very lucky. And number 5 is considered lucky as well. And it revolves around philosophical concepts like the 5 elements. And the 5 elements are used in like Chinese medicine, feng shui, martial arts, things like that. So here we are. 2, 3, 4. See this loop here? Make note of that. You want that loop there. And 5. So we've gone around 5 times. And what we're going to do now, and this you can keep this pretty loose, because after 5 times we're going to come back under and look at this. You see how when we started, we went on this side of where it attaches, and now we're winding the knot on the other side. Okay? All right. So there we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to take this, and we're going to thread it through. Tweezers, you know what? Tweezers also come in handy here. But this knot can be really loose because it's going to get tightened up. Okay, so imagine doing this with your journal, and you've just got done journaling. Now you're going to get back into the real world, right? But you don't want it to be too harsh, and so just take some time wrapping your journal up again, and this will help you to move you from that space into, here we go, into the world again. So here we have this. See that right there? And now we're gonna tighten this up. So here we start right there, and there, and there, and then right there. So we've got all these 5 real tightened up, and then I'm going to take this, slide it through here, and just pull it tight again, like that. So, and that's it. And then I can figure out, you can make it go right across. I'm going to dress this up a little bit. Make it go right across, like that, there. And then you can leave as much as you want. I'm going to cut it off right about here. And there we have it. That's how we do the knot. So, like I was saying, it takes a little bit of time to get into it and get out of it. But that's the whole part of the process of taking time to write, moving away from the world, and getting into your writing practice, and then moving back away from your writing practice and into the world. So that's it. A Rustic Wrap journal, one of a kind, and hope you liked the video. Bye.